Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Alera. I film about lifestyle, self-growth, and my experiences. Please hit on that subscribe button if you haven't and turn on the notification bell so whenever I post a new video, you would be the first to know. Now today we'll be talking about how to give boss lady vibes. Can I just say that I've been immensely inspired to make this video. To my close friends, colleagues, and acquaintances, you've inspired me to make this video. So here it goes. Now, having these boss lady vibes does not equate to having a whole lot of money or being an entrepreneur. That's just the icing on the cake, and of course, the goal of every boss lady is, of course, financial freedom. But if you haven't gotten there yet, it doesn't mean that you are not a boss lady or you're not qualified to give out the vibe. Now, just to let you know, being a boss lady is different from being bossy, being arrogant, being controlling, being rude. Please never confuse them. A boss lady is actually nice, respectful, and sensitive. What makes you stand out is simply how you carry yourself. And one important thing to know is that if you're not careful while trying to give out boss lady vibes, you subconsciously and unknowingly give out masculine vibes as well. But the goal is to give off these boss lady vibes while maintaining your femininity. Now, how can you give off these vibes effortlessly? 1. Confidence. Duh. Your confidence has to precede you. When you enter into a room, you own the room. You've not even talked to anyone, but your presence is already felt. It's okay to be shy, but it is not okay to let everyone see it. Your walk alone should breathe confidence. Your posture should breathe confidence. You don't walk into a room with your head facing the floor. You walk into a room with your head held up high. I'm not saying you should look at the ceiling, but your head should at least be at this angle, your shoulders should be down, and your chest held high. Something like this. I'm sitting down, so it might look really weird, but you get the picture. You can simply demonstrate this while watching me right now. You can stand up and try to practice it. Again, you stand up, your head high. Basically, your chin should be straight. Someone should be able to draw out a very straight line with the position of your chin. And like I said, your shoulder down and your chest high. Feel free to try this at home, kids. Another trick for good posture is to suck in your tummy a little. Even if you have the flattest tummy in the entire universe, sucking your tummy a little, not because you want it to look flat, but because it instantly assists with good posture when standing up. So like I said, you can just demonstrate it at home while you're watching me. I'm not asking you to suck it inside until you're unable to breathe, just a little bit. Okay, next thing you want to learn how to do is maintaining eye contact. I actually got this trick from How to Talk to Anyone by Leo Lowndes. If you are yet to read that book, you should. It will really help you. When you're having conversations with people, don't be scared of looking them in the eye and maintain eye contact. I'm not asking you to do it in a creepy way. Like, so as I was walking down the street the other day, I saw your mom and she asked me to inform me that no, that's just so creepy. For a higher percentage of this video, I have been maintaining eye contact with you guys. Although sometimes momentarily I might look away just for emphasis and for illustrations, but that doesn't mean that the entire video I'm just, okay guys, have confidence, maintain eye contact, have a good posture. Like, you wouldn't even want to listen to me. But when you learn how to make non-creepy eye contact with people when having conversations with them, it keeps them more attentive, more interested, and more curious about what you're saying. And most importantly, it keeps you in charge. You should have more of an active than a passive demeanor when having conversations with people. Always ask questions. Ask questions when you're not clear on something, and ask questions when you notice someone making some snotty or passive offensive statements that they felt they could get away with. Imagine talking to somebody and the person says, but forget it, you're a woman, Sha. You shouldn't be bothered about things like that. That's clearly an offensive statement. But you don't have to act offended, at least not on the spot. Your natural instinct might be to go, you bloody sexist. How dare you? Do you know who you are talking to? Do you know? calm down, honey. Clearly, we can't be seen picking up fights with people of such thinking. So the smart thing to do when you observe such comments is to ask in a seemingly non-offended way, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain to me what you just said? Or simply, what do you mean? Now, mind you, this person made this comment. It was made intentionally in a passive way because he felt he could get away with it. So you asking him a question about something like that instantly puts him on the spot. Like he now has to actually explain himself, something that he felt he could get away with. So that's, my darlings, it's simple psychology. You are working his mind. Now the next thing you want to learn how to do is to argue right. I'm not opposed to arguments or arguing, and you shouldn't be either. When I'm talking about arguments, I don't mean quarreling, having a heated conversation, or exchanging words with somebody else. That's not how I define arguments. I feel arguments are a way of learning, so you shouldn't shy away from them. In life, it is inevitable to meet people who share opposing views as you. You might think yours is right, but this other person feels theirs is right. How then would the both of you know which is right? Is to argue it out. And you shouldn't get so defensive when arguing with people. There's some people that when you're arguing with them, they feel as if you are trying to press their neck. They must win that argument. Do not argue with the sole purpose of winning. It makes it difficult for you to learn. Argue with an open mind. Argue to gather facts, and argue to see things from other people's point of view. You don't always have to win every argument, and when you don't, accept with grace. I can clearly see that I was wrong. It is not going to take anything away from you. Losing in an argument doesn't make the other person smarter than you or makes you less smart. It's just one of those things. So learn how to argue right. There are some people who even resort to abusing during an argument. Please, if you used to do that, you need to stop it right now. Just because the argument isn't going in your favor, or this person is refusing to see things the way you are saying things, don't insult them. Even if your facts are 100%, you have proof that what you are saying is right and this other person is in the wrong. There are some people that if they don't want to see things from your point of view, they wouldn't, no matter how hard you try. So you just let go. Another thing you need to learn to do is smile. All the powerful people I respect have signature smiles. It also shows a great length of confidence. It's not easy walking on the road or walking in a room where you're not so familiar with everybody there, and yet you are smiling. It takes a great amount of confidence to do that. And when you do, people instantly sense your level of confidence and they unknowingly respect you. So don't think walking around with a frown or a squeeze on your face is going to make people respect you or fear you. Okay, maybe it might make them fear you, but that's it. It's only going to leave you unapproachable, and it's not going to in any way make people respect you. Now, the next thing you want to do is to have principles and command respect. Always draw the line. That's the best way to build long-lasting friendships and other relationships, quality relationships. So I'm going to tell you guys 2 stories on this. So as you guys all know, I have a food business, Alera's Cookhouse, and if you run a small scale business, then you would be able to relate with how sometimes some customers can be a little bit not knowing boundaries and overstepping. So back when I was in Warri, this was last year, there was this company I was supplying food to every working day, which was 5 days a week. So naturally I became acquainted with some of the staff, but definitely there was always that line I drew, client and employee. And like I said, there are always going to be some people who for some reasons are blind to that line. So there was this particular client that became, a bit familiar, like really familiar and stuff like that. And there are some people that just have this attitude that, okay, since we're now friends, if your product is sold for 500 naira, then for me, it's 200 naira. Okay, it's very normal to have friends and family discounts, no problem, even if it's once in a while, but it becomes wrong when you start feeling entitled. Like, Alera, if you're selling this thing for 500 naira for everybody, why would it be sold for 500 naira to me? And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro, who you. So because this person became my friend, once in a while I would actually give him a discount, but there are some times where I'll serve him food and give him a free drink. Like, I'm nice like that. But then I started noticing that this brother became so entitled to these privileges. I would serve him food and he would try not to pay completely, and worst of all, he was doing all of these things in public in the presence of my other customers. Now imagine these customers are aware that, okay, I usually give this person discounts. When I want to sell to him, would expect that him too should get certain discounts, you understand? So it was just really, really wrong. Like, that was the most obvious point where this guy crossed this line. Although he had been crossing it repeatedly, but that was just the height of it. He was supposed to pay me a certain amount which he didn't have completely. So my question is, if you can't order for something of 1,000 naira, why don't you go for something of 800 naira if that's what you have? But this guy likes better things, so he was like, I don't understand, can't you leave it for me? And I'm like, guy, no, I can't leave it for you. So I even offered him an option, like, if you don't have the money completely in cash, why don't you transfer it fully? But the guy wasn't having it, so even went as far again in front of other customers to say, if I transfer the full money to you, I am never buying your food again. Thinking that was supposed to shake me, which, well, it actually did a little bit. But then, like I said, principles and boundaries are very important, and at that moment I needed to command some respect. So when it went on like, if you make me transfer this money, I'm never buying food from you again, and I was like, well, that's very unfortunate. First Bank 3100 and that was how I made the line more visible and saved that situation. I'm sorry, I'm running out of time. I don't know why I decided to film video in the night, so unfortunately I would not be telling you the second story today, perhaps some other time. And the last and final thing that I'll be sharing with you today is your smell, sis. Invest in your smell. I always jokingly say that it is better to smell like you just came back from the gym than to smell like water. What's that? I don't smell bad, so I don't need perfumes. I really don't know who taught us that. Perfumes are not for curing body odors. That's what deodorants are for, your antiperspirants, your roll-ons, and all of that. Please invest in a perfume. Invest in something that makes you smell nice. It is very important as a human being, let alone a boss lady, to have a distinctive smell. Your smell is always going to be in the minds of the people you meet. Your smell is a first impression, so it has to be good. When you smell nice, you are being treated nice. When you respect your body enough like that, then you are being respected as well. So please invest in your smell. Make a conscious effort to smell really good. Okay? And that's a wrap on today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned a thing or two. Please give this video a big thumbs up. It makes me know you appreciate my work and it encourages me to do even more and better. Please click on the subscribe button if you haven't. Click on it. We've hit 100 subscribers, guys, in such a short time. Thank you all so much. Couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. So please keep sharing my videos to your friends. Keep liking my videos so it can reach other people. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.